For more now on this, let's welcome in someone on the front lines dealing with the situation at our border, Sheriff Thad Cleveland from Terrell County, Texas. Sheriff Thad, always good to talk to you. So we've certainly heard about China funneling illegal chemicals into Mexico that are then turned into fentanyl. But what is your reaction to learning China is enriching these cartel criminals and actually helping them launder money?
You know, Nichole, first of all, thank you for having me back. And it's a win-win for both the cartels and those in China looking to make the money off the deal. Of course, we know that the cartel wants to make more money by selling dangerous drugs here in the United States. And we know that the Chinese, they want to kill Americans, and they're doing it without having to fire a single bullet.
Well, you are a sheriff along the border, so you certainly face countless threats. Did you ever think Chinese criminal organizations would be on that list of threats?
You know, back when I worked for the U.S. Border Patrol, when we were under the Department of Justice and the Immigration Naturalization Service, and we focused on illegal immigration at that time. After 9/11 and after the Department of Homeland Security and Customs and Border Protection was formed, we became an all threats agency. So anything crossing that border illegally is something that we're targeting, and nothing surprises me, ma'am, not at all.
Not at all. Well, you know, Sheriff, there's this hearing going on right now in Congress, which is highlighting the impact of increased immigrations on the actual communities there along the border, communities like yours. As you know, Title 42 expires at this point in just a matter of days. Have you seen a noticeable uptick in immigration, or are you expecting to see one?
So we're still at our normal levels, and we have seen an increase down in the lower valley of Texas, down around Brownsville and some of that area. We are anticipating even more of an uptick. And it's unfortunate because, as we know, the Republicans took control of the House, and Chip Roy put forward a bill in front of the House, H.R. 29, and we have one Texas representative that's not going along with it. And had that bill been passed and put into place, we would be better as a country prepared for the expiration of Title 42.
All right, so Sheriff, Thad, you know, how is your community preparing for the end of Title 42, which looks like it will in fact happen? What type of resources do you maybe need that you currently do not have?
Well, here we work hand in hand with Border Patrol. And as I told you before, I was a prior Border Patrol agent, so I still have a relationship with the U.S. Border Patrol. We also still have the commitment from the governor of Texas, Governor Abbott. He still has DPS, Texas Parks and Wildlife, and Texas Military Forces here in my county. So we're ready for any sort of uptick we may have. But we're a little better off, if you will, because we don't have a port of entry where people have congregated to await the finale of Title 42 as it hits its sunset, period.
Well, last question for you, Sheriff. We know certainly when it comes to the border, we've heard a lot of complaints locally that officials aren't necessarily getting the communication that they need from the federal government. So as we are on the cusp of Title 42 expiring, are you getting the communication you need from the state level? Are you getting the communication you need from the federal level?
For sure, yes, ma'am. I know at the state level and keeping up with the governor's office and his borders are. They're letting us know what's going on. They're letting us know how they're preparing for the release of Title 42 as it expires. They're fortifying different ports of entry along the U.S.-Mexico border here in Texas. And then again, at my local Border Patrol station, they always communicate with us. They do a tremendous job letting us know what they're seeing, any type of intelligence information. So I'm confident we'll be prepared here in this area. Other parts of the border, you know, I really can't speak to as far as how well that communication is going on.
All right, but you are prepared there in Terrell County, Texas. All right, Sheriff Cleveland, thank you.
Thank you, ma'am.